Hi everyone, I'm Virginia Killmore and welcome to my studio. Today is Fast Card Friday. There's literally almost no stamping, so in honor of Fast Card Friday, let's get started. So, isn't this a cute little adorable card? I saw this, totally disregarded it, but as always, I see someone's cute little card and I get excited about it. So this is Snail Mail Designer Series paper, and it is just so stinking cute. I've seen adorable cards with it already. It's so fun to be part of a community of people that like to stamp because I get such great ideas. And Snail Mail has all these different patterns. I love the mushrooms, which you can't even see really well, but they would be adorable to cut out and make a card with. And it coordinates with all of these colors, which are Whisper White, Real Red, Basic Gray, Blushing Bride, Bermuda Bay, and Daffodil Delight. So it's a pretty easy card to work with. The stamp set, I didn't get the stamp set because I like the paper, so I ordered the paper. And what I did is a lot like the Courier and Ives card I did over Christmas. I cut out some cutouts and used them to make the card. So I brought out assorted circle punches. Some are retired, but can't help that. You can also use, what do you call it, circle framelets. And I just started cutting out some shapes that I liked. Isn't he so cute? And I like the fact that some are in different spots or go different directions. So I'm trying to find one going the opposite direction that I can get at easily, and of course I can't. So I might have to cut into the paper, but I do want a package, and I want some of these little paper airplanes. I just think they're super cute. There's a package. And I need a paper airplane. See, I've got one going that direction, so I thought I should have one going, oh, I might be able to get this one out. I think this one will work. Let's see how that goes. Yep, he'll make it. Okay, so now I've got all that I want and all that I need for my card, and what I'm going to do is just sort of, I have already pre-cut a bunch of circles and matched them up and offset them a little bit. Now the paper I am using below this is a freebie from the Celebration catalog. For every $50 you spend this month and next month you get something for free. So I am using this paper right here, which I guess I should show you because I'm pointing at it and you can't see it. It's called So Ombre, and you can see I've cut it up quite a bit. It really has only two color combinations. One that's just really ombre, and one side is pink or Rococo Rose, and the other side is Bermuda Bay, or one side is it not Rich Razzleberry, it's Blackberry Bliss and Granny Apple Green. Now you can see I stamped on that. And one set of paper is just ombre, the other set has this pattern, and it's the same color combination on both sides. So it just depends on what you want. And I cut a piece that's 4 by 5, and now I'm going to go ahead and cut that into strips. I think I figured out it would be 1 7/8. So let's see. Oh no, 1 5/8. 3 strips of 1 5/8. So that's 1 1/2 plus an 1/8, which is right there. And if I'm off, I'll just cut the last one down. Okay, I'm must have cut that. Oh, look at that. I cut it crooked. Well, we're going to see if we can fix that. Look, that's 1.5, 1 5/8. So it's going to be 1 1/16 because I really messed that up. I need to straighten this out. So if we had any extra, we're not going to have it now. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut that. 1, oh, that's 2. Looks like I'm going to get 1 5/8 out of it anyway, so it's going to be off a little bit, but so little that people won't notice. See how this would go together like this. Now we're going to play around with that. This is the way it should go together. But I'm going to flip it. I'm going to move this over. I'm going to flip it like this and put this at the top. So now it further confuses people, but that's okay. And because I did that one on, was it Bermuda Bay paper that I did? Yep. I'm going to put it on Rococo Rose this time. So the first thing I need to do, let's glue these because I'm jumping ahead the way we want them. Then we'll set those aside. And I'm just having a little bit peeking out on each piece. I think this one will have peeking out the other way. See, I set them aside so that I can play with them later, but they won't be in my way. That's a lot of glue for me. I don't like using a lot of glue. I'm going to play around with placement when I put it on the cardstock. Notice how they're not all centered. I'm just going to play around with that a little bit, but first of all I need to set that on this piece. So what I do when I do something like this is I get my 2 corners set and then I sort of put the last piece in. So glue the 2 corners first and then do this one last, because you want that, you know, the same distance. And then this is the last one. And notice I'm going a totally different color scheme. Just sort of eyeballing the spacing. Some people will take a ruler out. I'm just not that ridiculous. It's not that it's ridiculous. I think it's great that you can do it, but I have no patience for that. I want to get things done. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue that on here. And all that's left now is to put the strip that's the coordinating color right here, and I've already pre-cut that. I think that's about 1/8 of an inch, but it can be any size you want. I just have to decide. Yeah, I think I like it with the lighter to the darker. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that on, and again I'm eyeballing how far away it is because I can see on my original card it's not perfectly spaced. It's not exactly halfway, but as you can see, I don't worry about stuff like that. I think it makes it a handmade card. Imperfection is part of a handmade card. My friend Cheryl reminded me that of the other day when I was doing something and it wasn't quite right. So I'm going to start placing these. I think what I'm going to do first though is get dimensionals on the back just so that I can really see how high up they are. And before I do that, I want to put my string down, because my string is going to get attached using the dimensionals that I put down. So I used this little kit. It is from Snail Mail and it coordinates with this. So it's a little bit different color pink, but I kind of like it. It's okay. I'm just going to cut out a piece, and oh, I kind of like that little loop-de-loop. I'm going to leave that in there. And now I'm just going to start placing stuff. I haven't taken the backing off of them, so I'm not sure how I want them yet, but I want to use my dimensional to secure that in place. So it's going to be especially important here and here. Yep. Okay, I kind of like that. I'm going to play around with placement. I think I'm going to do this one first because I want to secure that little loop-de-loop in place. I'm going to have that flying this way. And I've literally just glued that down using my dimensional. I'm going to pull this up a little bit so that when I put this down, it's under that dimensional. See how quick this card is coming together? Now the little hearts are from the Dog Builder Punch. And technically they should be blue, shouldn't they? They should be Bermuda Bay. So I just want to make sure that I glue down my piece, and I'm going to do this backwards. I'm going to actually glue it this way. Let's see if I have that right. There. So that holds it in place for me. I am going to stamp in Bermuda Bay, and I am using Sentiment from Darling Donkeys. This one was another one I wasn't going to buy, but oh, I love this one. And I think I'm using You're the Best. It's tiny, I know, but it's still super cute. Now, if you're a person that doesn't like it to get it straight, just stamp it crooked. That way it looks like you meant it. It's one of my best tips I ever give people, is just embrace the fact that it is not perfectly straight. And I'm going to get a scrap piece of Bermuda Bay, and I am going to use my Dog Builder Punch, and I'm going to punch out a bunch of hearts. Not all hearts have to be pink. I just need 3 little hearts, so I don't need to mess up that whole piece of paper. Put my Dog Builder Punch away. I didn't put that down. And that needs the tiny dimensionals, so let's see if I can find some. I always have a ton of them, but of course not handy. So I'm just going to improvise. If you've never done this before, I cut my dimensionals if I have to. So I'm going to take 3 little dimensionals that I've cut from the end and put them on. This is a lot of little stuff for this card. You don't have to get this detailed, but I just started having fun when I made this card and I couldn't stop. And the last thing is the little pearls that we're going to use. They are from the Hydrangea Hill new stamp set, which is just a beautiful stamp set. Oh my God. I haven't even stamped with it yet. I have new stamps that I haven't had a chance to touch. This is why I love why I do this, because I get to try things. So they're called Pastel Pearls, and I am going to stick to the pink ones that are tucked up under here. They don't match perfectly, but they work for me. So let's use that to secure that. And right over here. So there you go. This is a super quick card for today. I hope you had a great week, and look at how different it looks depending on which side of this designer series paper you use. Don't forget that you can order anything from this catalog today and receive free things from this catalog. So I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching all week long if you did, and if you didn't, catch up on those videos. They're both on YouTube now and Facebook. And don't forget to watch me live next Tuesday at 10:30. See ya next week. Have a great week.